Whoop, whoop. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Happy hump day. We're here. We're hanging. We're chilling. Bearcats in the house. We got RBV joining us. How's it going, man? Whoop, whoop.
So if I get to my unmute button, it's Wednesday night. That means 4 hours of pure unsaturated hell as the hangman is in the house leading us to the ring. When did that become a thing in sports, man? That we have to now see everybody walking into the arena. It's everywhere.
Man, I think it was the NBA that made that. NBA and NFL to an extent.
The NFL, we see it before. Now, like every time I open up like my reels or something on TikTok, it's like this runway for the WNBA, you know?
Sorry, I changed the feed. I'm getting a lot of Michael and Bruce buffers going on.
All right, who we open up with? Osprey.
All right, there we go.
Got me a nutty buddy, or is that what they call these things?
Drumsticks?
Yeah, that's what it is. I respect the candies and the sweets that still go with the peanuts, despite all them sons of bitches dying over them, you know? Pissed me off that they got rid of the nut-covered brownies.
Oh, yeah. It's like, knowing your allergies and knowing what you can and can't eat, that's on you. That ain't the rest of anybody else.
I don't know. If there's peanut ones, like if it's in the room, like the particles, I guess that is pretty damn
yeah, that's true, yeah.
While we're doing this, I got to send a file to pause.
So we're opening up with Swerve and Osprey.
Well, they should. They made us wait 4 hours last week to set it up to open up the show, and then we didn't even get it.
Yeah, and just for the record, we're not doing the full 4 hours tonight. We're just doing the Dynamite half.
Yeah. What? You know what? I wouldn't mind this 4 hour block if it was just more of like a special occasion like last week, but make it feel special. There was nothing different about anything last week. It was just two shitty shows back to back. They slapped these monikers on each and every show, so none of them feel special. Like, well, last week we had Fighter Fest, and we got what, Summer Breakout. Next week we got the Mexico Grand Slam.
Didn't we have a Grand Slam just a little bit ago in Australia, like a couple months ago?
That was Australia's Grand Slam. Now this is Mexico's
yes, right.
Grand Slam, buddy. So I guess like when they got these arenas, they got their deals. They're like, you know what? Instead of just making the paying audience suffer through 4 hours, let's see if we can make the home audience suffer as well.
It's like, we got to deal with this, so do you. Yeah, but I can just change the channel or turn it off.
Which we will be at 10 o'clock.
Hang on, dog wants to be right back. Whoop.
The dog. What then? The dog wants a little Dynamite action. Dog's like, let me in, baby. I am not missing Osprey, Swerve. Was this the second time these two have danced here in AEW? Maybe second time ever? Second or third. It's only a few times that they've met before. All right, let's hand it to Tony here for the summer blockbuster kickoff match here. Hey, they're loving it there. They got the holy shit. Hey, what do you guys in the chat? I just noticed that there. I kind of like the announce table placement in that background. Now, you know what? That puts a lot of responsibility on him with some body language to help sell some stuff here.
Yo, what's up, Jay? How good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop.
I was just asking the chat there, B. I like it. I think it could add a pretty good dynamic to the show here. Check out the hard cam when you get it. Look at the announce table. New position.
I haven't had a chance. Oh, I like that. I like that position. It's different.
Right. But, they're now they're going to have to use some body language as well. Show us some excitement over there when we should be feeling it.
Yeah, if you're on the hard cam side, you gotta sell
Emote.
more. Yep.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, both these men, we start them up. Osprey makes the first move, takes the side headlock.
All right, man. Well, we might not even have to go the first 2 hours. They're giving us what we came for right out of the gate.
And it looks like they got a pretty decent crowd.
They came in hyped. They're already doing the this is awesome. Thank you. Scotty Woodford in the house. Did a big night last night, man. Rocking out with what was it, green jelly?
Green jelly, pal.
You know
Three
who they
little
are?
piggies make a piggy pie.
You know them.
I've only heard that song by them.
Okay. I felt terrible. It was an awesome experience for me. He's telling me about it. I'm like, I am the worst person in the world. Midwest, middle-aged, super white. I don't know anything that's cool, you know.
And it was a relationship where Swerve, as we mentioned, served as a mentor, an older brother, a guiding figure to Will Ospreay early in Ospreay's career. Absolutely. Swerve Strickland would travel to the UK, became a prominent star there in parallel to his budding career in the United States. I think back to Forbidden Door Taz, it was almost a mirror image. Both men tried to execute their finishing move on one another. Yeah, it's like what I was saying, the similarities between both. They both have similar styles in that ring. They think the same. It's a strong lockup by both guys here.
Did he just say that they both are trying to execute their finishing moves on each other? That's some tremendous insight there.
That's what's happening here. Incidental contact. Intentional.
That's what I mean. You're going to stick up for your brand. You know, if you're representing AEW, you're flying that flag.
Yeah, just all about that tribalism, pal.
Well, to me, what stupid wrestling is one of the things that bugs me about it. We're the only ones that make up this tribalism like it's a bad thing. It exists everywhere, and they embrace it. It's what makes rivalries in sport. You think here in Ohio we're like, nah, it's okay. You should love Michigan. You should love the Wolverines because it's all football. Fuck that. Fuck Michigan.
That does not bode well. I mean, Ospreay, extremely well.
We don't give a damn about the whole state of Michigan because I'm from OHIO.
Absolutely.
It's everywhere. But in wrestling, it's like, we should all, tribalism's so bad.
They get some chain wrestling.
It's so toxic. It's such a toxic trait in our industry. Shut up, you pussies.
The effective breathing.
I guess I should clarify what I mean by the tribalism. What I mean is like when one side just absolutely refuses to acknowledge like when their side fucks up and gets something wrong, when they fail or fall short. That's when they kind of ignore that.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's like,
well, what do we do? What do you do when? I'm not like saying it's just you, Brandon. It's everybody. But like, what do you do like when your team loses? Oh, it's the fucking refs. Fuck, the league's got a fucking agenda. Kansas City's just winning.
Yeah, it's a little different with Kansas City.
Hey, man, they create drama. The NFL is better at pro wrestling than pro wrestling is at pro wrestling.
Didn't the NFL like in like some sort of legal hearing or court trial or something say like we're actually like sports entertainment?
I haven't had anything like that. But of course, like the NBA right now, they're suffering because they don't have a major market in their finals. You got fucking Oklahoma City and Indianapolis. Lab Rat, let's take a guess here. Lab Rat lives in an area Well, the teams don't win and then they leave.
Later on tonight, part of summer blockbuster.
I'm gonna say he lives where you live in St. Louis.
No, he's more. I think he's in California.
Okay. Oh yeah, a lot of teams leave there too as well. Right now I had some baked chicken tonight. Did some different sauces on the different things. Then some baked veggies. Some good dinner. Well, baked. I mean, that's not too good, but now I got some ice cream, buddy. Little chocolate ice cream. What drumstick? That's what they call it. I'm all worked up on the nuts on top of it. San Diego.
How do you like these nuts, pal?
Yep, San Diego. The only thing you got left is them Padres, right?
Under any circumstances, either spec. And Ospreay, it's a futile effort. That ultimately frustrated Swerve. We got this match to this point. Well, that's great to see. I know there's an answer, but
Ospreay busted open early. Is that out of his nose or is it mouth?
Was that a breaker, a rip breaker? Either way, Swerve making the cover and Ospreay kicking out.
Looks like his mouth. Yeah, looks like his mouth busted open. Yeah, like he might have had his lip split open or something.
That seems to happen a lot in AEW, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I feel like every week someone's taking like a hard shot to the chops and like bleeding all over out. You know,
the worst thing Ospreay could do is try to
or might be his, or might be his nose. So it's coming out of in his nostrils too.
I was going to suggest maybe we should get like a sponsorship with some mouthpieces or something. Yeah. All right. Looks like, yeah, they just mentioned it there. So it's slowing down.
Or the Red Cross. Then again, I'm sure that blood's not really usable for donations.
I got about 4 pints of Ospreay I'm going to put in you, baby.
Yeah, no thanks. What other blood you got? I don't know where that blood's been. Yeah, leave all the fluids in the ring, pal.
All right, I got to pause real quick.
I mean, we had a clip of on Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Head of a dude pissing in another dude's mouth.
What? Where was that at?
Some indie show, yeah. Like the way the camera is shot, like they block it to where you don't see the thing coming out, but you see like the dude's clearly standing over the other guy, like
right. So they're giving the illusion, you know what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, hips thrust forward. The other guy has his mouth open, and you see liquid going into the dude's mouth, like a stream of liquid going into the dude's mouth.
What the? Who?
Yeah, I know.
Who pitches that? And then what booker?
And who says yes?
Yeah, and that's, I mean, whoever says yes is the ultimate dumbass. What would happen in locker rooms you work in? I know what I do. If I'm sitting there running a show, promoting, and someone even pitches that to me, they're gone. Get the hell out of here, you fucking moron.
Yeah, even as a promoter, I'm going, yeah, no, you're not doing that.
If you try to pull that shit in the ring without approving it, first of all, you're not getting your envelope, and you get your ass beat in the fuck when you come back to the curtain.
Yep, I'm having my shooters waiting for you as soon as you come back. So far, I think we're at 1 belt.
Because that's where Ospreay landed. That's all of Ospreay's weight landing on top of your deltoid, man. That is
the old locker room shooter. Was that you, Brandon? Were you the ass kicker?
No, absolutely not.
Mine was an old fucking pissed off vet that was like top-notch amateur guy, and then like was into some martial arts and shit as well. So even like these young brash like fucking young guys that thought they were, you know, fucking WWE superstar material, he would just he could fucking stretch and beat the shit out of all of them. Mr. Hall, thank you, sir.
Hey, what's up, Radio? Good to see you, pal. Whoop whoop. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Stay safe.
Watching the riots Hey, man. I thought Worlds Collide was a good show. Money in the Bank was okay. I don't know why the people out there were so mad, started tearing up the fucking city. Beyond me, man.
Well, I mean, it's like, like there's like whenever a team wins like a champion, like a major championship, like
hey, let's go wreck our own shit.
Our Truth coming back's kind of like that. They're writing in support and celebration of our Truth coming back. J-Hell with the 49 Super Sticker. Thank you, pal. Whoop whoop. Appreciate you. Yeah. Whoop whoop. Yeet yeet.
Never saw it Strickland did, and man, there was a lot of intent behind that blow by Ospreay. Ian, as you observed in the break, Ospreay with the bloody nose, but it seems to climb over the cutter, though, countered by Swerve. And it might reopen things. The impact on the head, the neck breaker, plants Ospreay. The pendulum is swung.
Dude, I'm gonna be watching that with a bucket of popcorn. Like these people actually want to start some shit with not just that. Imagine if the private citizens with their arms decide to get involved. That'll be fun.
Well, that's why they're selectively going where they are.
Yeah, they ain't trying that shit out in the rural areas.
All right. I saw they were starting up in Atlanta or something like that as well.
Oh, it's been everywhere. It's been Atlanta, New York, Dallas, Chicago.
Oh, bunch of pussy cities. Hey, you got those cicadas? Do you have cicadas where you're at right now?
What?
You have cicadas?
Not. They do it sometime, but not at the moment. Yeah, but we had a bad swarm last year. Yeah, like my windshield was like a cicada graveyard last year. Okay, see how? Yeah, there's some juices there. There's some juice. There's a little bit of body parts there.
There's a they're here in Southern Ohio, but they're not on the side of town that I'm on. So like we have zero. But I was watching something on the news before we got going. So Kings Island, I don't know if you guys have heard about that. That's like a big amusement park here, like a Universal, or not that big, obviously, but a local one, like a Cedar Point. But the cicadas are so bad, so the people keep complaining. Like, well, dumbasses, what do you think's going to happen? So they're on the roller coasters, they're going 70 miles per hour, and they're just getting pelted with these fucking bugs, just hitting them in the face, going in their mouth.
Oh yeah, I've never been to an amusement park when those size things are flying around. But
why would you go when that's happening? I mean, that's just common sense. So luckily here on the side of town I'm on, like we're seeing none of them. I'm on the west side of Cincinnati, so the east side is just getting like swollen by everywhere. Apparently, this is like a rich higher class of a bug, of a cicada, because we're poor over here on the west side.
Quick side headlock into that roll. House call. Oh, the up kick right on the nose of Ospreay. You saw how he immediately was clutching his face in. Absolutely.
I love the looting out there in LA, the riding of it puts me in a mood to listen to some Sublime.
Dun, 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 dun. Get me the rooftop Koreans, pal.
Yeah. All right, Ospreay's looking for that cutter. Getting caught. Tries I was hoping maybe MSG would be around. Maybe what he's got going on. I know Jimmy was up. I talked to him earlier.
Yeah, I think I sent him a link.
Ospreay attempting to maneuver closer to the ropes. And with every movement, that neck wears down even further. This is so smart on multiple levels by Swerve. Absolutely, those short arm sixes are rough. Good roll.
I hope not, Jay Hendry, but they got 4 hours. They got 3.5 hours to go, so I can see them doing that. But how you doing, man? Good to see you. Whoop, whoop.
Our draw coming up. Okay. I hope not. I hope even somehow maybe we get some kind of. I guess that would kind of play to what they've got going on with these two trying to earn the respect of each other to team up against the Death Riders, or for them to unite. I hope this thing doesn't go for an hour, but
me either. Like
they got 4 hours to fill.
Yeah. I mean, this would be a great pay-per-view match, but like for free TV, nah.
That's what I was a little surprised about. Well, and ultimately disappointed last week. Like, if you wanted me to stick around for the 4 hours, open up the show and tell me this match is going to happen that night. Not, hey, come back next week after this 4-hour fucking marathon for our other 4-hour marathon. But I will say, hey, this is beneficial, as Vet laid out this morning. This works for him. Because, I mean, really, we're not getting any more AEW. They're just clumping it all together. We're just getting it all at once. But it gives somebody like Vet, who reviews all this stuff, it gives him the entire week to watch it before Sunday. Instead of trying to cram a 2-hour Saturday show into a lunch break so he can wake up Sunday morning to go on air to review it. So it's just not about us. It's not just about you. Do it for the Vet. Do it for the Vet, baby.
Do it for the Vet, pal. Whoop, whoop.
That's like the third round of This Is Awesome chants we got during this match, although they were chanting it before the bell rang. Ooh, I like that. The suicide forearm through the bottom rope.
I think I'm about to see that.
I was going to say I would slow myself down, but I think on breaks I might flip around a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good spot. I like that.
I might flip between wrestling and basketball.
I am not a nugget.
See what's going on in the dirt sheets. I haven't looked at them today. Who's your go-to for dirt sheets? You, Brandon, and the chat. Who do you guys go to for your news?
I usually just kind of scroll through X and see what comes up, and then I'll go follow it from there.
Yeah, and if something that's like, okay, let me look into this. I do got kind of the same thing over on Facebook. Go to the different groups, see what people are talking about.
Oh, the Summer Blockbuster. That's what this is called.
The Summer Blockbuster. Yeah. Yeah, because what sucks about you actually going, like, because every night, like, I just went over to Wrestling Inc., to the Wink, to the Stink. Pretty much all their news stories now are just somebody listening to a podcast of one of the legends, and then just instead of like clipping a video, they just do the copy. So they just give you a quote from. So like no one's like calling and researching anything. Bully Ray calls out total bullshit from AEW segment. Jeff Jarrett shares initial surprise.
It's a great move by Ospreay, isolating that knee that was jammed on the way down. When you're in a figure four,
hey, did you see where Blake Monroe? Somebody discovered it is actually the name of a very active porno star.
I saw that, yeah, like an OnlyFans. But what's up, Paul? aka Shooter Bang Bang Whoop Whoop 14. I gotta get my bell count. I'm gonna go 12, and we're already 1 in with Tony Storm in the AEW Women's World Title.
I'm not trying to Price is Right yet, but I'm going to go 11. I'm actually really, really surprised that we didn't get a run at the record, especially last week with these.
Well, I think we only did half the show. Then he's had the rest of them on the other half.
Okay, so you guys did a reset. No, you weren't there to count.
Yeah, we're only doing like the first 2 hours. Like if we did the full 4 hours, it'd been way more.
All right, so there's the I just uploaded a Blake Monroe for you, the porno actress.
Oh my!
Yeah, there's a porn actress from the United States. Green hair, green eyes, blonde hair. There we go.
Remember when they brought up Paige, Becky, and Charlotte as a team? They called them the submission sorority, and then realized that was actually like a porno title.
Yeah. Yeah, Jakara Jackson, and she was saying, well, why give it away for free when she can charge for it?
For real, yeah. Make that money.
So do you think now that they've done all their special graphics and ran out all that advertising that they double down or double back and try to change it, or they're just going to lean into it, just stick with it, act like it doesn't exist?
Who knows? That's a tough one.
Now they can't. Just try to ride it out. I mean, what happens like if you just...
Yeah, let's see how long it goes before they get into some trouble.
Well, I mean, there's people have more. I mean, there's people out there with our names. I mean, it's not like we're the only ones.
That's true, yeah. But I doubt there's any porn stars with our name while we're trying to become famous ourselves.
You never heard of Dick Vic?
No,
My grandpa. My grandpa.
Nice.
All right, so when you just do this, it's just coming up with the Blake Monroe that we now know as well as we know as Mariah May. It's not pulling up any of the got our porno one, but let's do this. Well, let's copy Blake Monroe, and let's go on over to the hub and do a search. Quit asking me that. Yes, I'm 18. I come here 4 times a day. Quit asking me my age. Oh yeah, I found one. All right, yeah, there are some the other Blake Monroe vignettes available on the hub.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they switched real quick on that the submission sisters or whatever the hell it was, the sorority, real quick. They changed that by like the end of the show, didn't they? Like the internet was eating them alive on that one.
Yep, I think at the very least a week later.
Right. I think it was like on social media they started changing it or something afterwards. All right, we're half past the hour, 30 minutes into the show. This is our opener here.
What's up?
A lot of messages being sent here, and the biggest and loudest and clearest one coming forward.
Oh, close one there. Don't want to give too much away. Ran a little behind.
Oh God, I hope it doesn't go to an hour. We're 30 minutes in and it's still
we're
going.
Over that. I say we're over that into the second half of the hour here.
Year.
Hey, last week when Tay Mello made her return, I guess. Like
I think so.
No idea who that was. Like I could not remember who she was for the life of me. No, I might have to restart here at some point. I'm keep getting messages here.
Yeah, isn't she married to Sammy Guevara?
Yes. Like I didn't reckon her. She had that crazy face, man. Believe me, if she would have never came back, I don't think we ever would have heard anyone saying, "Hey, where is she?"
Oh, no.
She is not good. Her accent, oh my God, it's freaking terrible. Sounds like she is worse than listening to Bird Girl and Becky try to go back and forth on the microphone. It's like two deaf people with fucking marbles in their mouth trying to talk.
Oof, that's rough.
All right, you got that exchange of the kicks there from Swerve. Continuing to tell that story of that bum knee that he tweaked there a little bit ago. See, Radio, I don't even think she's that good looking. There's something awful about her. I don't know what the hell. Jerome, we're talking about Sammy's wife, Tay, or whatever, Tay Tay. Woo.
Come on, guys. Can we take this home, please?
Well, it's only been a couple minutes since we did a time check, but now it seems like it's taken forever. Yeah, I mean, she's from Brazil, so like, you ever go to Brazil? She's only like a 4 there. But also, if you go to any of those Latin American countries, kind of tricky down there. So you want to make sure that it's actually a lady and not a lady boy. Don't fall for that. He's sitting at the fences now. Or one of my go-to lines at the racetrack. Nobody wants to get caught blowing a tranny at the drag strip.
Hey-o.
I actually got in trouble for that one. I completely no-sold it. Like, what? I just called what happened. Someone blew a transmission. I don't know. This lady was furious. I got a week suspension. He realizes where the clock is at. I don't think he cares at this point. Osprey has no idea what the hell he is. He's going to take one last shot. All right, man. He's committed to it. He's selling that knee thing. So let's see if we get this played into this finish here.
Okay, they're actually having a time limit on it.
There's a 30-minute time limit?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Who called that there? Who was talking about the 16-minute vote? Yeah, he called the time limit. I'm going to give that to you.
I think it was, Jay Hendry that called that earlier.
All right. I was going to put that curse on you if we had to sit through an hour of this, but yeah, I'll give it to you. You called the time limit. Did anyone happen to catch at the beginning of this if they announced the time limit, though?
I don't think they did.
Well, that's like another thing then. Like, so when did these time limits come about? Because, like, we've seen hour matches go an hour. I mean, it's just...
We are currently at 1, the AEW Women's World Title.
And the only way to prove your best to Will Ospreay. We are the best because AEW is where the best wrestle.
We're the best wrestle.
We can see you are too. But I know you're the only way. I know you really want to try to beat me right now. Well, I messed up pretty bad. And as you can see, you are too. But I know the man you are. I know you really want to beat me right now. Here come the vultures.
Uh-oh, here comes that luminous music. The villains are on their way.
The call for overtime, but as we know what this music means. John Moxley. While Strickland realizes his
Yeah, give me the Dick Riders, pal.
Bringing that dick back. Ooh, that reminds me. I forgot my Wednesday night name here. I got to switch that.
31 days away from all in Texas, where John Moxley puts his world championship on the line against the page. But Moxley seems less concerned with his challenger being and more concerned with Strickland and Ospreay. Well, he is the champion to drive a decisive win.
Nice radio.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, we got the beat down. Oh, the Buckaroos are involved now, huh?
Like I said, align themselves with the Death Riders.
I know they've been, riding a little shotgun. Got their little evil alliance going on. The Axis of Power. Oh man, how you gonna do that tonight? Oh, we went from the Dick Riders to the No Dicks.
They're just going to hit their spots here on Strickland. He is literally defenseless at the ropes. They're down to 30 minutes for Ospreay. Super kicks and swerve. Yeah, they're just going to hit their spots here on Strickland. He is literally defenseless at the ropes. As John Moxley looking on.
Oh, what's in this bag here? What we got? What are they doing? This might not be good for Swerve.
Swerve Strickland left-handed as John Moxley looking on.
That would be my guess.
What?
Or who comes to the rescue? Hangman or Omega.
If I better get out, he's about to get freaking spiked.
So super kick with spike shoes.
Oh, they just got taxed in them. I thought it was golf shoes at first. Like, holy shit. I could go for a sandwich.
Give me Jimmy John's, pal.
All right, Ospreay trying to be the ultimate uniter. Takes the bullet. The Bucks are like, oh man, we didn't mean to kick the white guy. That didn't go as we planned.
For real, he does.
Yep.
Yeah, why can't they just? Yeah, that's kind of.
Well, no, that's what got me, Rat. Like they act like they were shocked, like, oh my God, we didn't mean to do that. But what the hell?
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, you got in the way. We'll just let you get out of the way, and then we'll hit Swerve because what's anybody going to do?
Wouldn't that kind of been the point the entire time anyway? Try to take out as many of the opposition as you can.
Yeah, and if one of them is going to throw himself in the way like that, hey, easier for us.
Okay. That is not a good-looking group of people there behind commentary. This is, you see, right behind commentary here, this would be a perfect spot for some marketing placement here, product placement. If we could get some lucha masks from C-Mill on those ugly sons of bitches. This white-on-white crime is getting out of hand, man. We got whites just walking around, kicking each other with golf shoes. This country club crime has got to stop.
Champion Kenny Omega, the best power machine, the AEW International Champion. It will be all in Texas. Everything is on the line. But tonight we will make the match.
All in.
Omega, Okada, put pen to paper here tonight. Plus, we will have a special inside look at the rivalry between Omega and Okada. Something that is redefined professional wrestling as an art form.
Okay, good that they're doing that. Like, people are like, a lot of people who are tuning in for the first time, they have no idea what the history is between Omega and Okada. Bring everybody up to speed.
Yes, that is. Yeah, hopefully, well, they've got access with New Japan, right? So let's make sure we put a nice video package together. You know what? In a 4-hour show, I wouldn't even mind if you used a good 20 minutes to show one of the matches.
Yeah, why not? Or cut it down at least, or cut like a
right. I'm saying like put it in a block and edit it, but show us the history, all the matches. It should be a good one. Those guys got some good chemistry if they can bring it like they have over there.
I would like to pose my own question. Why is it Okada in this match and not Kyle Fletcher?
The more you know, pal.
Why is it Okada in this match and not Takeshita? Has Okada had a better 6 months than Takeshita? So maybe I should be addressing this to you. Why?
It seems like they're distancing Okada from the Young Bucks. Like,
yeah, he's not needed with what they got going on over there. Oh, we got Mystical.
What? I think I see where they're going with this. They're going to have Omega and Okada unite to fight against the Don Callis family, and then their match at All In is going to be, instead of babyface and heel, it's going to be babyface, respect.
I hope not. We got all this uniting of enemies already. We don't need the double story.
Yeah, I know. I 100% agree, but it seems like where they're setting it up to where they're going with it. At least
I hope. I mean, you're probably right, but I don't think it's a good idea. But
I agree.
But you've been watching enough of this, his booking strategies. Uh-oh, that music reminded me of something. Let's get a basketball update. That game should have tipped already. 15-6 right now with ESPN. .com. So we can do a little MLB scoreboard update.
In fact, they legit just got done running that same play with Omega and Ospreay against the Callis family.
He recycles everything. Like MJF story is the same thing all the time.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Okay, when's he going to stab the Hurt Business or Hurt Syndicate in the back?
All right. It's the same song and dance every time. Just rinse, repeat.
Maybe change a few.
All right, Orioles are up 5-1 on the Tigers. Boston's over the Rays 4-3. Them New York Mets up on the Nationals 4-0. Yankees 5-0 on the Royals. Any big games? Anything of interest? I guess baseball's kind of boring right now. It's mid-season. Phillies beating up on the Cubs 7-2. The Guardians. How about a little Battle of Ohio today? The boys up north. I hate saying that, Guardians. Fucking Indians. Beat the shit out of the Reds 11-2. Brandon, your boys, your neck of the woods. The Battle of the Birds. The Cardinals lose to the Blue Jays 5-2.
Oof. Yeah, we ain't done well in a while. I was kind of hoping for one last when the Pujols came back for his retirement year.
You guys are only 5. You're 5 out. You're in second place in the Central. 36-32. Cubbies are in first, 41 wins. My Reds second to last in that division. Although we are 35-34. Should have the All-Star break coming up here in about a month. Yeah.
Yes, around that time.
Coca-Cola for everyone.
Dirty John throwing out the first pitch at the Padres game. Pretty nice.
Nice.
Would have been good if he just stole the ball, just left the mound, ran away with it.
And he's still keeping that gimmick going of, on social media, of the thing with him and Eddie. He took the Intercontinental title to Eddie's grave and took a picture.
Did he?
Yeah.
They've been going everywhere, man. What was it? Him and Liv were on a kiss cam somewhere the other day at some show.
Working the gimmick. Well, except on sometimes on social media.
Which is why Commander medically ruled out the trios match, teaming with Jetsby to take on the Hurt Syndicate.
Dude, the Hurt Syndicate hurt him so bad he hurt him out of one of his shoes. Beat him out of one of his shoes.
Which is why Commander medically ruled out the trios match, teaming with Jetsby to take on the Hurt Syndicate. You understand it will be Masper Dorada from CMLL stepping in to take the bench spot in that match. Speaking of CMLL, perhaps their brightest star.
No, honey, I was playing a character on TV.
Yeah, you know what though? He's young, man. I'm sure he didn't realize he was going to get this sort of stardom. He probably shouldn't have got married.
And with wasn't Ray kind of a player back in the day?
Was he?
Or like part of the party crew?
He was part of the Filthy Animals.
International and domestic awards of big wins lately. Jackson, Tennessee. So really, quite his sour attitude. So a Hall of Fame level athlete in Mexico taking on the rising star of Mexico, third of the current CMLL World Series champions.
All right, of course, Mystico here, the former Sin Cara.
CMLL was world historic middleweight champion. 2,262.
Blake Christensen is so badass, dude.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Flipping that bird.
Over 6 years in champion tennis. Crazy impressive.
All right, just start throwing some cool moves and beat this loser.
Yeah, bring out Mr. Iguana, pal.
Iguana. Did you get Vet doing any rants on him the other night?
No, I did not get a chance to catch it.
No, on Impact Attack, did you guys talk about Iguana Man or Mr. Iguana at all?
A little bit.
I'm just assuming that is not a fan. Yeah, am I right or wrong? What did he think? I didn't get to see all of Next Level today. They were a little bit behind, and I only got like the first hour of it.
I actually don't remember if we got into it or not, but yeah, I could see him not being much of a fan of it. But it's like it's over and it sells and makes money. Like they're talking about bringing him up to the main roster. Like he said, he's been talking about coming straight to the main roster.
Use them everywhere, man. I thought they missed a huge opportunity. You got a great reaction in that crowd, but they got all the working pieces for it, man. I want to see Iguana. I want to see Cobra. And then I want to see Sako pop up in the middle later on. So we get the whole puppeteers. And then over at shop.com, we sell the puppet pack.
Yes, this is the original Sin Cara in WWE.
Yep.
I will say that was a nice bump by Blake Christian. Like he actually did like a bump and a second bounce.
Actually, I'll give it to Mystico. That was one of those smoother torpedoes through the middle rope that I've seen.
Oh yeah, that was pretty too.
So who is this guy and the other guy? Are they just like some all Ring of Honor dudes, or?
Yeah, he's a Ring of Honor.
Unfortunately, in as much of the wrestling that we follow, I know you watch a ton of it. All of our talking heads, our pros, watch a ton of it. Ring of Honors is like the one of the majors, if you will. Major Ring of Honor and MLW are the ones I just, not that I don't want to, there's nothing against them. It's only so much time to keep up with everything, right?
Yep, and they're the ones that kind of got to go on the chopping block.
Yeah. Like that was even talking about that today. That he probably has more friends in this business working for the NWA, but that's the one he doesn't watch for multiple reasons. There's someone there he doesn't like, but mainly just he has to watch a lot of wrestling to review.
Oh, speaking of NWA, did you hear about their big news?
Yeah, is it really that big?
I mean, if you got a Roku, you can watch them.
How many people do you know? Bet was even talking about that today. Like he even like surveyed the chat. Like how many does the Army actually watch Roku? And if you do, how often do you?
I mean, that's the one. I mean, I have the Roku, but I don't actually watch the Roku channel.
Hey, but I guess for the NWA, any distribution's good distribution, right? Right
exactly.
Now.
Like, yeah, for them, that is definitely a step up.
You know what, though? Was this really a good showcase match for Mystico? There wasn't anything that kind of blew me away there. Like, wow, that was better than Worlds Collide. So is Roku? It's that you can download that free as well?
That I'm not sure. Then I got like the cable box thing.
Right, it has like its own distribution thing like that, but
4 belts.
Four belts.
Oh, that's what's that?
It's 4 or 3?
A 4.
Oh no, you're right. We had Okada's.
Yep.
You are correct, sir. I'm trying to keep you on your toes, man. Keeping you honest here.
Hey, please do that because
it's our belt count. It's the belt count audit.
I slip up sometimes. It's good to have somebody on the back to catch me if I slip.
From the Hurt Syndicate.
I like that they got new shirts made to include MJF as part of the group.
Yeah, it might honestly, Henry. It might. If you're looking about it, because you're just bringing in someone to do a job there. Like if you're going to sit there and showcase somebody, Scorpio Sky would have been a great choice there, but you're going to have the crowd probably reacting more to Scorpio Sky, rooting for him a little bit, and the green, baby. I ain't talking about Money in the Bank. Well, I'm talking about Money in the Bank, just not the pay-per-view, the briefcase, or the green Mr. Iguana. Tony Khan's probably looking at it like it's a lot cheaper to bring in this Christian dude than it is those others. Unless they're already there for some reason. Is Sky working as an agent?
I think there's kind of a bit of a dispute because he hasn't been on TV and he's kind of like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, he was kind of outspoken about it, right?
Yep.
He was a little disappointed. Hey, I love me Scorpio, man. He especially was always good to us.
Yeah, he seems like a cool dude and a great talent.
We've actually had him on quite a few times on Hitting the Marks.
Oh, nice.
And it's funny because 85% of the time that he would come on, we wouldn't even talk wrestling. We would just talk basketball.
Oh,
Big time hoops fan, but especially a big mark for Kobe in the Lakers.
Your American champion.
All right, Labrat, that's just funny.
Most importantly, God bless your American hero, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. I love this song. Oh my goodness.
I'm kind of surprised that they're kind of poking this bear in AEW.
Yeah, he was doing that last time. He was doing some stuff with Mexico. Well, I like it. Do it.
Yeah, go for it. Exactly.
Lean into it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they got that show in Mexico coming up. So that's actually some good heel heat going into that show.
Yeah, these two will they're going at it next week. But again, it's recycled stuff. I mean, I do like, hey, we're leaning into this. There is, this is going to potentially, touch some nerves, which you get that connection, you get that emotion. But he's used this a couple times. He's used it in Mexico before. He used it when he renamed the international title, the U.S. Championship. Remember?
Oh yeah, and he had that flag that had the stars replaced with his face.
Well, that's what that flag is right now, hanging down.
Yep,
it's that same one.
You think you're a big deal, huh? I do watch you on my TV. You ain't Mexico to me, son. To me, you're still just sloppy Sin Cara. Now, much like that beautiful flag, you're about to get dropped.
All right, so we're gonna get what, Speedball and yep.
He wants to
get me they them, pal.
You got to get that janitor out there to clean this up. Between I guess we're gonna roll this right over into the 6-man.
I'm assuming so, pal. They've been they've been utilizing that a lot lately. Like one thing flows into the next thing.
All right, so MJF apparently realizing, if I'm gonna have to go out there with these two ripped dogs, I better cover up. All
right, you look at those three, and then you look at the Hurt Syndicate. Who's winning in this fight?
If actually, in reality, if this thing goes over 2 minutes, knock that out.
Good catch, Lab Rat. Yeah, like that old school MVP
Yeah.
gear, but it's his version of it, which is nice.
Oh, does it have the MJF down the back like MVP had his?
Yep.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, like like in the circles.
I would just want to cover up my body there if I'm trying to stand there in a team with Benjamin and Bobby, two ripped dogs. But I like it. I like it. Good touch here.
Yeah, I know I ain't matching Shelton or Bobby when it comes to bodies, so I'm going to try.
All right. Good segment. They played into the Americano versus the Mexico stuff there. We got the cool looking gear here.
To oversee the festivities. Currently, I'm excited to have a big party. Explain there. As MJF, perhaps, as you mentioned, a title inspired by the.
I'm not really completely. Well, I get it a little bit. They probably want to showcase another luchador here, but why? Wasn't really a need to replace Commander. I mean, it didn't really add that they beat up a twerp beforehand, all three of them.
Yeah, there really was no need to, get somebody in there. Plus, Commander just he was a recent ROH TV champion, so if you're gonna do something, why not do something with him?
Well, that like last week when they had these guys come out together. Who got all the mic time? The guy that doesn't speak English. Commander did the talking. Not only has it gone too long, I was thinking maybe if you had the Hurt Syndicate just toying with these guys, but you have
it's competitive.
Right. I mean, this is like having a Ferrari going out there and racing a tricycle.
Yeah, the only way this would be entertaining is if, like, the Ferrari, like, eventually at some point decides to just throw it in reverse, and then start making fun of and ripping on the person on the tricycle before putting it back in gas or putting it back in drive.
All right, Lashley just tossed Lucha number 10. Lucha number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
A little bit of Bill Monica.
See, we just need a Lucha song like that.
Yeah, why is this match going to commercial break?
Because we got to hear this about NASCAR. Hey, and it lets me flip over to watch the basketball game real quick. Let's see what we got here from the NBA. We are at the 35 seconds pushing. We got the countdown for the end of the first quarter there. Oh, KC Thunder, 31. The Pacers, 24.
This is MVP. This is a great
Series tied 1-1.
What's up, baby? I was going to say it's actually a platinum level A+ VIP rating.
No, in wrestling, we like talking about them ratings.
Montel, I love you, baby.
It's not been good ratings for the NBA Finals. Everybody was all hyped out after the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, that's where the money was.
You get the history there. You got the big market, you had all that history you could play into.
As Lashley. Tag made. MJF in, it's easy to see, huh?
Ooh, I got back before the commercials were over, huh?
All this business all the time.
How crazy was it though that during the 1998 NBA Finals they ran a wrestling angle during it with that scuffle between Malone and Rodman on the court? That was Bischoff.
Yeah. Yeah, they had that all orchestrated. They had those guys in their back pockets. Well, the Bulls were looking around. Where the hell's Rodman? Practicing all that, and he's on Nitro.
Where's Karl Malone? He's on Nitro too.
At least he waited till after the series, before he. All right, social media also jumping all over the MVP inspired gear.
Gravity undefeated, that's for sure. Absolutely. Kick to the ribs. I'm fancy about that, but get over here.
Nice. Let me see what they're talking about.
What's that?
You're saying they're talking about the gear. I was gonna go check.
Yeah, I just popped over. A couple groups popped up on my feed on Facebook. It was one of the couple of the posts that were in there.
Here's a headline for you. 82-year-old Norwood woman arrested for running naked through Wendy's while screaming, "Here's the beef."
Norwood? Which Norwood?
I'm not sure. All I know is, ma'am, this is a Wendy's. You're looking for Arby's.
I'm in here.
The trio's debut of this new incarnation of the Hurt Syndicate.
I'm going to try to figure out which Norwood we got here. Oh, it's Massachusetts. That sucks. I was hoping it was Norwood, the same Norwood that produced the AEW World Champion John Moxley right down the road from where I'm sitting at. That's what I was hoping for.
That would have been tremendous.
I like them square hamburgers. Oh, there you go. Got your AEW Dallas Pride shirt. 20% of all purchases to Dallas Pride. What the hell? It's like I sat on my Gatorade bottle. It's like squished.
Oof, yeah. That butt warm Gatorade, pal. Whoop, whoop.
No, this one's ice cold. I had it in the fridge.
Oh, nice.
I had it in the fridge.
Oh, cool. Good. Cool.
See, I usually try to color coordinate my sports drinks with the podcast I'm doing. But I grabbed a blue one. Well, because I'm sad because this is 4 hours of fucking AEW. But normally I would go with a yellowish for the gold color, like a lemon lime or something. Smack Attacks, I do blue. Monday Locker Room, I do red because it's Monday for Raw. Now, speaking of though, the Pride thing, the fan base. I do like the way the fans are looking here this evening. Nice little setup in the arena.
That is a very nice setup.
Good visual there. They got it packed there on that side, on the cam side.
Of course, it does look like Hameen's Tarp Emporium is getting some work tonight.
You can kind of tell over to when they show the side angles.
Yeah, and the very top bowl.
Yeah, like that's like you just got the abyss right there, dude. Doesn't even look like they got any of the second tier open over there.
Nope. Then you start getting to the hard camera side. That's like, oof, yeah. Then you start to see the darkness.
Hopefully they got it filled up over there because they have a lot of that tarped off there. That opposite of the entranceway.
I would be very shocked if there's anybody on the hard camera side.
They got it filled in right there, though.
Oh yeah, like opposite hard cam. Yeah, they're pet. Yeah, they got it filled very nicely. Yeah,
Let's see where they're at.
Then some recent TNA shows, the hard camera side's been. Whenever they cut to it, it's been. They try to make sure they cut away from it immediately if they, because it's barren.
They are from Portland's Theater of the Clouds at the Madonna Center. Whew, that's a mouthful.
That's what she said.
Portland's Theater of the Clouds at the Madonna Center.
Yeah, this match has gone on way too long.
Well, you know, like we were asking, like we've got some people that the fans are eager to see. Can we filter them through here? I'm surprised we haven't seen anything really from the ladies yet.
Yeah, all I saw was Toni Storm arriving, and that was it.
Oh, is she on the walk-in?
Yep.
No belt?
I think she had the belt, yes.
So
That's one of the four. Yeah, it's one of the four.
All right, man. Just try. I've got to throw those at you, man. And that they need. This is the finish.
They realize they got Max right for the picking here. Excuse me, gentlemen. It could be a very inauspicious debut. I think.
Yeah, they should not need MVP to cheat for them to win against this team. No.
Mr. No Monikers in the house. But yeah, that's absolutely bullshit.
Hey, yo, what's up, Ty? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, here's the problem, though, Lab Rat. Yeah, we want to see the Hurt Syndicate hurt people. But that match, we went back and actually put the clock on it. It probably offensively went in favor of the Rugrats.
Yeah, because they went this long with like these three top tier athletes.
They were getting a lot of offense in.
Mr. Late Running Jones in the house. Whoop, whoop.
Speedball should be doing jobs. He's a wiener.
This is, of course, all after the attack earlier today on Commander.
You can take some of that Pride t-shirt money and buy him some fucking shoes. Well, no, apparently we're doing our count on the 2 hours. We are not subjecting ourselves to 4 hours of this.
Yeah, and we are currently at 4 belts at the moment.
They certainly are. They may be looking to do what they couldn't to Mystico earlier. Humiliate.
You know, oh, I guess, all right, maybe that makes sense here then. Why they took Commander out, because you're going to rip someone's mask off.
Humiliating match for Toronto. 1 week before Grand Slam Mexico. Oh no.
And they've done that angle with before with Ray on WCW where he's had his mask ripped off, but he quickly covered his face.
All right. Oh, that's what they always do. I mean, that's the cliche thing when you have any crossover with the Mexican wrestling and American. It's just the entire thing is just trying to rip your mask off. I mean, I get it. It's like the most sacred thing. It's the biggest embarrassment to have that taken from you, but give it a fucking rest.
All right, Ty, good to see you, pal. Have a great rest of your night. Whoop, whoop.
Get back to work, you lazy bum.
Yeah, hope all goes well for you tonight, pal. Whoop, whoop.
All right, we got 45 minutes to go here. I'm trying to think what I want to see in this 45 minutes here. So do you want to hear from Hangman? Is that what we're getting here next? Do you want to see the contract signing? Do we want to see something from the ladies?
Yeah, where have the ladies been? We have not seen any of the ladies tonight.
As you said, just Tony walking in, right?
Yep.
Maybe they're saving the ladies up for the late night. Meow.
Well, did you hear that one quote from Shotzi from Chris Van Fleet about one of the reasons she wants to come, or something about how AEW lets hot women make out.
Why? I didn't hear it. What happened?
No, yeah, she says something about how. Let me get the quote out, so I make sure I don't get it wrong.
Because people like watching hot women make out. I mean, is that rocket science? This is Miss Shotzi, right?
All right, yeah, Shotzi Blackheart. So here's the exact quote. I love TNA. I love AEW. Or she's being asked if she had to choose between which one she had to pick. She's saying, I love TNA. I love AEW. AEW for so many reasons. I love their freedom. I have a lot of friends there who are doing really awesome things. I heard many stories about how Tony treats talent. So I do love that he really cares for his talent. That is super important to me. And like hot girls get to make out with each other. So that's cool.
Ooh. Someone's fishing for a payday.
And maybe indulgence emerges. Who knows?
Well, if you're going to do it, right, get paid for it.
Why not?
We know the vet loves him some Shotzi. That could be her gimmick. She could be Scissor and Shotzi. She just does run-ins and scissors everybody. Drives her little tank down. Her skank tank.
Ooh, scissor me, Shotzi.
Ooh, yeah. I don't even understand how we could do it, Shotzi. What do we do, like scissor or something? New episode of SMB, Suck My Balls, is available. I know they recorded it last night, right?
I think so, yep. This is Lesbos.
Yeah, she's fishing for that payday. I wonder if there is, like, it is kind of weird a little bit for some of these individuals that were let go by WWE and they go to TNA and it's like, hey, would you like to go work NXT?
I wonder if some of them are kind of, if it's TNA is kind of like the new OVW. So like I said, like they release you and they say just go to TNA, we got you covered. And then once if you kind of,
nah, I don't know if it is. I mean, because they're all separate. I mean, it's probably going to help you out with a smooth things over, I guess. But
I mean, it's kind of what's going on right now with Indy Hartwell. Like as soon as you sign there, I'm like, okay, seems.
They hog tied.
Oh damn!
Hog tied and duct tape the Hangman. They're trying to take out the opposition here tonight, man.
They're building to eventually. What's going to happen is Hangman and Swerve. They're hopefully if they write the story and book it correctly, where both of them finally, or Hangman and Swerve kind of agree, okay, these guys got our backs against the wall. We have no choice but to team with each other.
Yeah, that's where they're going with it. I mean, it's you create a dynamic where you're up against such an evil force that you have to turn to your worst enemies to take them down.
That's how we got Goku and Vegeta, pal.
Well, Goku always wanted to be friends. It's just that kind of guy, man.
Not quite. I got the as I have the I watched the actual original Japanese version of it, and I turned on the English translations.
Mhm.
Goku actually the original reason why he spared Vegeta was because, man, like just killing this dude's a waste. Like so much raw fighting potential, and he told Krillin, like telepathically told Krillin, spare him because I want to fight him again. I've done so much for this planet. I sacrificed so much of myself. I've never asked for anything for myself, so I'm asking for this one favor: spare him so I can fight him again.
Oh, that could have seriously backfired.
Yeah, and that ended up being like the smartest choice he ever made, because if he would have killed Vegeta, they would have been fucked later on. Because
Well, they could have always wished him back at some point.
True. Well, I don't think they would have thought of that. He would have just died a villain. He wouldn't have. It took the whole thing with him joining forces with them to fight Frieza and the Ginyu Force, where
It would have been kind of interesting though to see. I mean, because Vegeta wasn't going to stop then. I mean, he would have found some kind of way to keep training and progressing through hell.
And that's true, but but they're smart enough to where they introduced an immediate threat right after Frieza was neutralized. It's like, well, we got to keep this thing going, otherwise we're all fucked.
I love me some Dragon Ball, but like, you know, after what would you call it? Is it a revival or reboot after they kind of eliminated GT?
Yeah, Super.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just when it all became, it's just like the wrestling. It just all became about power-up spots and tournaments. So I lost interest.
Whereas, like, what made Dragon Ball Z great was the story and the characters.
Yeah, I liked Dragon Ball. I liked Z. Obviously, I mean, Z was fucking fabulous. Even when it was there, I didn't like GT. It was just so corny, the whole concept of it. I liked a bunch of the Z movies. I like those. But like, yeah, Super and then all the other things that we've got. When it went to all spots and tournaments, when it became AEW wrestling, I just lost interest in it. All right, now we got the Ops out here.
Shit.
Huh?
Oh, do they have any of their belts with them? No, they don't have. They're the Trios champs, but they don't have their belts with them.
You know what? I kind of liked it because, hey, like, it's not like, hey, shit, grab our belts. We got to go help this guy out.
Right. It's like, this guy needs us now. Let's go.
Right. Yeah, that's a good little touch there. Ooh, Sloppy Joe's. Yeah, that's a sandwich that doesn't get enough. Put some respect on that name, man. You don't see Sloppy Joe's out and about. Now, White Castle, they have specials every now and then. Sloppy Joe's, I fucking love them. They're amazing. I did start watching Super in it when we get like the Destruction Gods get introduced and all that, right?
Yeah, there was. I think it was like a kind of soft relaunch. They introduced like they did a couple, like a movie or two, like where they introduced a couple of the gods. And okay, it's actually divided into multiple different universes. I'm the god of this universe, and each god has a Destruction God and a creation god.
So yeah, when they got to the Destruction God tournament, that's when it threw me. That's when I was like, I've had enough of this. Yeah, so they bring back Frieza for their team.
Yeah, they bring back Frieza.
They were like, what, Universe 8, right?
Yep, something like that. Yeah, Universe 8, yeah, and all of a sudden Goku and Frieza had to team up with each other.
Yeah. That tournament, I did enjoy that one a little bit, but then when it, like, every cycle started becoming about the tournaments then. But yeah, because like the other universes had Saiyans and things like that as well, because they weren't destroyed completely, except for the handful of them completely wiped from existence yet.
Do you know they actually they retconned, or they I'll call it a retcon. They identified who the first Super Saiyan was.
Wasn't Brawly?
Bardock, Goku's dad.
Oh, I think I did see something like that where they went back and wrote it where they discovered right. So is that like in Universe 8 or was it somewhere else or how?
I think they actually changed the main, like they retconned the main story where when Frieza had originally blew up planet Vegeta, Bardock stood against him and he was supposedly obliterated in the blast. They changed it to where that instead something happened where he ended up getting sent back into the past and was rescued by some villagers on like a prehistoric version of Planet Vegeta, or one that's 1,000 years in the past. They rescued him. They took care of him.
I don't know, man.
And he became their defender, and that's when Frieza or his ancestor showed up, and he started, being Frieza, and then eventually Bardock snapped, and in order to defend the people of the planet, he turned into the first Super Saiyan, and that was what Frieza feared, because that passed on through his ancestors up to him.
That seems a little complicated in the booking.
I agree. Yes.
Now, is there also? Well, I guess. Well, we don't even have a picture for this one. Oh, I guess there isn't anything else going on. But I'd seen some reels. There's a Facebook or YouTube. I've seen this, but is there now a side version? I don't know if it's canon or not, where there is a series of Dragon Ball, but they're all kids, like they Teen Titan this thing, or Muppet Babies this damn thing.
Yeah, they're like the original. Yeah, there was a Dragon Ball. Yeah, like the first Dragon Ball, like what led up to Dragon Ball Z. Like
no, not Dragon Ball.
Oh.
All of them, but it's like set in an alternate timeline or something, or storyline, but they're all kids. Like they Teen Titaned it, where it's like more comical, or they Muppet Babied it, where we knew them as adults. Now we're going to go see them all as kids. Not Dragon Ball, because I know that's where it started. Goku was just a kid and Krillin, but we didn't have all the other ones there. And even when they introduced Bulma there, she was in her teens. This is like they're all like kid age. Like Vegeta's in it, Piccolo's in it. Like,
okay, so according to Lab Rat, yes, it is, and it takes place after Super.
Okay. I just seen some clips of it. I might look it up here, but that also. So because in GT, Pilaf and them used the balls to wish that Goku was a kid again, which I thought was stupid as hell. And that was when they had the Black Dragon Ball, because then they had to go all over the universe looking for it. And then they run into Baby and all that stupid shit. Okay. What is the name of that? Is it like Dragon Ball Kids, or what is it? So I can look it up. Thank you. All right. I thought I was crazy. I didn't know if I had like a nightmare about that, but I swore I had seen those reels somewhere.
First I've heard about that. Now we get some women on the show, pal.
Get out of the way, Penelope. Nobody wants to see your skank ass. Oh, there's the goddess. All right, now they're taking on KJ. Ooh, I like that. The Eskimo sisters.
Hey, credit to Penelope Ford. She adjusted her gimmick and her, look and everything to match with Megan Bain.
Well, you know what he means by the Eskimo thing, right?
I a little bit of an idea, but not 100% sure on that.
So when you're an Eskimo brother or sister, you slept with the same person. So they both, which still blows my mind how that sleazeball piece of shit Janela gets it fucking the pussy he gets, but hat tip to him. Oh my God, we're besties. We're coming out here to take care of business.
Big return here tonight.
Okay, gotcha.
So what's up with the face paint? What is this about?
I don't get it.
You don't look in any better shape. You still look like shit. Kind of looks like she's out here trying to rip off Mr. Iguana.
He's over, pal.
Oh, now you're going to get all serious.
As a duo, but I understand you got saying about a 2-year layoff for Ty. But the thing is, for her,
I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break and then throw some fries in the air fryer. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, crinkle cutter straight.
Red Robin frozen steak fries.
Oh, yeah. Didn't see that coming.
I'll be right back. Whoop.
Yeah, Red, I agree. Am I wrong here? Like, would any of us been like, hey, where the hell is she? If any of us said that, she's been gone for over a year, right? Hell, the kid might be 2 or 3 years old at this point. I don't even remember anybody even throwing a fuss asking where Sammy was at. The whole family could have gone away. Red Robin. You know, usually, though, if you can get a fresh batch of those Red Robins, they're usually pretty good because they got the unlimited fries there. But they keep them, so many of them ready to go under that heat lamp that they always suck when you go there. And Red Robin is so damn expensive for the quality you get. Not a fan. Not a fan of Red Robin. Not a fan of K Mello. Not even really a fan of Anna J here. This is one of those for me that the heels could just whoop their ass and I will be okay with this. What this seems to me like, this is one of those where you can just have Penelope down on the floor in the corner spot, and Megan should just come out here and crush both of these two in a handicap match. Not even a tag in handicap match. Let them both take her on at once, and Megan puts down both of them handedly. That's where we should be with this. But again, Megan's already been put down. I'm still really pissed off about that stupid table spot that they had to get up from. That whole women's match, that no DQ street fight women's match a couple of weeks ago, so it was just put together so poorly. Bad booking here. They rushed into giving Megan a spot against Tony. We should still be looking at her as a dominating force, just waiting for whoever survives Tony, Storm, and Monet is going to have to deal with this magnificent monster, the true Wonder Woman, and have her looming coming after All In as we look towards the fall in that chase. But nah, she's out here going 50-50 with a bunch of fucking scrubs. All right, little NHL. I think what's crazy about that is Florida 2 games away from, it's been like their 5th title in 6 years. I know, I'm sure you guys, when we think NHL, when we think Lord Stanley Cup, when we think ice hockey, Florida, yes, it's the first place that comes to mind. The heart and soul of the puck drops. Good old Florida, baby. Hockey town, USA. Hey, speaking of that, we got, I don't really care about this picture-in-picture. This would be a cool picture-in-picture to have it where the match actually ends while they're at commercial. We got Brandon back to keep us up to date if the match something goes down here, but I am going to give us an update here on some basketball. Oh, I was just bitching about how it should have been a handicap match and Megan should be beating the shit out of both of the scrubs.
For real, yeah.
Pacers up now, 49-45. With 4:22 left in the second.
And who are they playing again?
It's OKC, Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Indianapolis Pacers.
Man, I'll never forget. I think it was like 2015, 2016, one of those 2 finals. So remember, it was Golden State Warriors and Cleveland in the final. It was a final game of the last round of the finals.
Like Game 7.
Yep, and we're watching it. We just got done with a show in Tennessee, and we're at an Applebee's, and it's on there on the TVs, and I'm watching. I'm like, this is what wrestling needs to be. This kind of drama.
That Game 7, the Cavs won that one. I was in a bar in Cleveland, and you can imagine what we were doing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so Anna J was in Japan, huh? Okay. I feel I'm sorry about that to the good people of Japan. Sorry about that for international relations. I know she's not actually one of us, Brazilian, but, she was with one of our companies. I guess that explains the face paint. So now she's samurai ready.
Her opening contest.
She got that samurai sassy ass.
Of Will Ospreay. Right. But like we said, Ospreay's an open book. It's open to
Yes,
you.
yes.
But your opponent's going to know. They know what's going on. Maybe on the verge of making the tag. Or to the outside. And Megan Bain taking advantage of that opening.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure she's had that opening taken advantage of quite a few times.
Their 2-year layoff come into play.
Whoop, whoop.
Bain makes the crawl to cover. The lateral press is escaped by Anna Jay. Yeah, Anna's really being tested.
All right, Mr. Henry, we got to get the backstory. Anna was in your bedroom. I got Charlotte over in my closet folded up.
Punishing shot. Still fighting, right? Still fighting. She's still fighting.
Jake Perry might have been filming.
He got dumped, man, right? Split up.
Oh, they really get? Did they split up?
I think so. I think I saw that somewhere.
To make the tag to Ty Mello, returning to action for the first time in 2 years. This tag team battle against.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Jimmy T's more into that. He does like the Jimmy TMZ scoops on the wrestling love scene.
Is this it? 1, 2, Megan Bain there to break up the pinning predicament. Right on the ridge, Megan. Just popped Ty, dragging her partner to the corner. But she walks
I feel like all of these matches are running entirely too long.
Just display raw power.
I just went through a Google. I'm not seeing anything that says they're broken up.
He's absorbing those.
Maybe it's like such little news that Google don't even care. Yeah, that knee looked bad.
High advantage of Bain is rough. But nobody home in the corner for Bain. As Top finds the bump kick. Looking for it for a second time. And that was delivered even stronger.
Nothing really impressive out of this.
3 consecutive shots. That's Top. Oh, wait a second, Bain. Look at her face to set now.
Well, at least she doesn't have a microphone, so I guess it could be worse. Still to come, big contract signing.
Was perfect into the scab slot that takedown a version of a Fauci gallery. Very well done. Kind of modified.
Again, yeah, 5-minute match with just Bain kicking both their asses.
Excalibur wrenching it back, wrenching it in. But Megan Bain with the reach advantage.
Oh, there's that regular stupid ass spot where she falls over the ropes every week.
Off the mat. It's not illegal either. I mean, that's not illegal. You're not grabbing a hair. You're just driving someone's skull to the mat. If you saw it, Megan Bain, she was smacking that leg up into an offense. The long cap slicer by Ty Mello. And now Mello. Oh, terrible. Center the apron.
Woo! Coochie shots.
Hoochie coochie, pal.
Yeah, get me the coochie cam.
Wait a second before on the top, but to the floor.
Oh my God! This all right. This
rotation. It's a 2-for-1. Smart Penelope throwing in the back of the ring for Bain, maybe to catch the win. Big risks being taken on both sides as Megan Bain.
that was terrible. Tay just jumping right up into her arms.
Yep.
How the fuck is that not the finish?
Especially time, she really didn't have a shoulder hard. I looked off the monitor that Penelope's demanding attack. Think Becky into the history.
Yeah, so dumb.
Penelope Ford. It's a bloody, brutal history between those 3 women.
Oh my God!
Penelope looking to take her revenge tonight, but time escaped.
Terrible.
Awful finish.
Terrible finish. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Yeah, this is some vert to Ferk booking right here.
Yep. What a shithole booking. Hey, how can we just suck the life out of the show? First of all, let's have these two terrible ladies go over 50-50. Had the match go over 10 minutes, and then let's put them over. That'd completely kill this audience with still 2 hours to go.
I would love to see the minute-by-minute ratings for this match.
Well, typically that's where they start seeing their biggest dip, right? Right there before the close, because their main events are usually terrible.
Yeah, and matches like this do not help that at all.
All in Texas, Saturday, July 12th. Winner takes all. Omega Okada is.
All right, so I guess we're getting the contract signing here to transition into the back end block collision, if you will.
Yeah, give me the back end block, pal. Yeah.
Some cross the threshold into something more, something generational, something legendary. For Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah, we got the little vignette here. You wrap it up after this contract signing, bud?
Yeah, we're gonna finish the show there.
All right.
But as far as I'm going, I'm gonna go on Twitch about 15, 20 minutes after the show's over, or that part's over.
What do you got? Video games or?
Yeah, it's some video games. I think I'm gonna do Super Nintendo tonight.
Oh shit, dog! What are you playing?
I'll look at my list. I'm not sure. Actually, let me pull up my list and see what I got.
Yeah, all right. Give us something to talk about here on the close, because we're just getting a contract signing hype here, everybody. We're all such big nerds. We know the bubble. We know what these guys have been doing for the last 10 years against each other.
Let's see. I think I got the original Aladdin. I got Addams Family. I got Donkey Kong Country, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Contra 3.
Oh,
and
Super C. Super C3. All right, man. I'm going to check it out. So it's on Twitch, huh? What's the channel?
Twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop.
All right. I'm going to check that out. I like watching the retro gaming stuff. I actually been doing that the last couple of nights when I go to bed, just flip it on YouTube. And I like watching some of the sports games. You know, I go back and watch some of the nerd stuff. That's always entertaining.
Oh, yeah, I need to start getting some sports games, like those NHL games, like NHL 95 for Sega.
Dude, NHL PA
94 for
94, 95, some of the best sports games that you're going to get, but it arguably up there. Definitely in my top 5 hockey games. I'd probably have to say, man, I loved just good old ice hockey for the NES, where it was the Olympic style, and you had the 3 different guys you could choose from. Either you could build a team of the fat guy, the skinny guy, or the middle guy.
I never got to play any of the sports NES games. Nah, I never played any. I think I might have played one. I think I might have played one baseball game. That's about it. I played the Mario Golf games. I did play the Mario.
I don't know.
Golf
That
games.
doesn't count, man. Shit. Yeah. So ice hockey for the NES is a classic. You should try to check that one out. So you never got to play like Blades of Steel? That's for the NES. God damn, dude.
Yeah, the NES games I kind of grew up on were more like Super Mario, the Super Mario games.
You got 3 of them for the NES.
Yep. What else was there? Adventure Island.
All right.
I think Darkwing Duck that was another one.
Darkwing Duck, I played that. Well, I mean, I'm a little bit older than you, so I mean that was like my game system, man.
That was the one that was introduced to me. I was like 2 or 3.
Yeah. So Yeah, you would have been so were you more of a SNES or a Sega kid?
I did both equally. I liked both equally. I thought they were both great.
Yeah, because I mean the marketing and the styles of them was so different. Like I enjoy watching those documentaries, going back and seeing, the console wars, the stuff like that. Or I really, because I got my nephew turned on to it. Obviously a kid, he's 11 years old, big time into games. So I've always told him, hey, do you want to, instead of just learning how to play them, why don't we learn how to make the games? You want to do something to get older, become a fucking designer for the games, buddy. So, and he's really getting into it. Like we watch a lot of the old school stuff. He really liked the making of Super Mario Brothers 3.
Oh, nice.
And it's like a 2-hour documentary, man. It's fucking cool. It's on YouTube. So like the creation team for that, they went and spent I'm gonna say 100 hours at a go-kart track, like studying like how they handle and all this stuff and how they could incorporate them into the game and just to give it that real feel with Mario Kart.
Dude, that's tremendous.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the first. Yeah. That was when I first got the SNES. That was one of the first games I remember playing. Was the OG Mario Kart.
Oh, really? The first game that came with the Super Nintendo was Mario World, which was a hell of a game.
Oh, that was such a fantastic game. I'll never forget. You remember Circuit City?
Uh-huh. Well, I remember Circuit Cities.
I'll never forget this. It was me, my parents, and my baby brother, because I think it was either my dad or my mom carrying him. We're all standing there watching a display, and they're doing a demo, like a presentation and a demo of the Super Nintendo, and they're playing Super Mario World. We left that day with the system, with Super Mario World and Super Hal's hole-in-one golf.
Hole-in-one golf. All right. Yeah, dude. I probably had more years with the Super Nintendo, but I probably had more NES games. I was mainly a sports guy. The Hidden Temple. Hidden Temple. That was a show on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, but I'd say, are you talking about Legends of the Hidden Temple?
I'm sure it was a game too, because I mean everything was kind of made into a video game of sorts. But
dude, they had a Guts SNES game.
I remember that. I do remember that.
Get me Olmec, pal.
There's gonna be some. Hold on. I think I saw something. There was a documentary or something, a clip on YouTube, where the guy that was the host of that came out and admitted that it was rigged.
Really?
That they would make the questions or like the remember because you had to go into the obstacle course, and you had to get find the red salamander in this room, or the little things to the amulet that you had to put together.
Oh yeah, if you had the two final teams, they had to compete in games and
So the guy that was the host admitted that in their meetings, their prizes they gave away, they were nicer than the usual stuff. So they would limit in how many they gave out each year so that they didn't go over their spending budget on their prizes.
Damn, man.
Yeah,
that's some shit.
It fucking completely kill a piece of my childhood, you son of a bitch. Yeah, so the Red Monkeys got screwed. Oh, Labrat was calling
Red team. That was my team. I always loved the red team.
Yeah, it's the Red Monkeys, right?
Oh, Red Jaguars. I think
Jaguars. Okay.
Oh, it was the green. I think it was the Green Monkeys.
You had the Jaguars, the Monkeys,
Purple Parrots,
the
Orange Iguanas, Blue Barracudas,
Yellow Iguanas,
Silver Snakes.
Yep, everything's a work. Your entire childhood, everything that you've known is a work.
Damn it! Why must you do this to us?
Well, it's up against that 10 o'clock here, man. It's a work. I've ruined your childhoods there. Real quick, who was it? Lab Rat. What was the name of the Dragon Ball with the kids? So I don't have to scroll back up. I forgot to copy it. Shoot me that before I get out of here. The Dragon Ball with the kids, so I can go watch that here as I go to sleep. piss me off even further. Hell, I might like it.
Dragon Ball Daima. Daima. Daima.
Daima. All right. Like Dimatab, Dimaflu. I'll use that to go to sleep.
Did you ever watch that one Nickelodeon show? I thought this one flew under the radar. I thought it was fantastic. My Brother and Me.
My Brother and Me. I remember Pete and Pete.
Oh, Pete and Pete was great too. Now, My Brother and Me was it was like a.
There we go. My Brother and Me.
Yeah, it's basically like I mean, at the risk of potentially sounding offensive here, but to me, this was actually kind of a learning experience and I thought this was a good for me to watch as a kid. It was
a little urban flavor.
It was basically about a black suburban family, but they were absolutely they were no different than anybody else. It's just them, just a different culture. That's all. I thought it was a great show. I loved it. It was basically like the main story is the relationship between two brothers and the stuff that they get into.
I now that I'm looking at it, I don't really remember watching it. One of the kids' name was Alfie, right?
Yes, Alfie. Yep.
Okay.
I think that was the big brother.
Yeah, as I'm looking at the photos of it here.
Yep, and then and even again, me as a 6-7-year-old kid watching this, the younger brother had a group of friends. It was him, another black kid, and a white kid whose last name happened to be White. And even me as a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, okay, I get the joke. That's funny.
It was brought to you by the people that made Family Matters and Step by Step. So it had that kind of energy to it. You could tell that.
Yep. Very much like Suburbia.
Oh, hold on here. All right. So it premiered October 15th, 1994, and it replaced The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Really?
Yep.
Well, they did bring back Pete and Pete later. Like they created a new.
It replaced them in the Snick block. So Saturday Night Nick. But it didn't run that long. So it started in October of 94 and it only ran until mid-January of 95. One season.
I thought it was a great show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Alfie Parker was the older one. And Derek Dee Parker.
Dee, yep, Alfie and Dee, yep.
There you go, brother.
And Alfie's, and then of course, I'm not getting flashback. It was basically like, to me, it came across like they're basically a black version of Leave It to Beaver, because the older brother had a close friend named Goo, who was basically he was very much like I forgot the older brother's friend's name from Leave It to Beaver, but he behaved the exact same way. He was like a bad influence on the brother, on the two brothers. But when the parents came around, he put on the charm and smile. Hi, Mrs. Parker.
Oh, God damn it! I can't. I got all right. I gotta look up.
Yeah, and one of the major things with that show was they would you'd hear the thoughts of the characters in the show.
Eddie Haskell.
Yeah, Eddie Haskell. Yeah, Eddie, like the Eddie Haskell.
Yeah, so he was like all polite, like around the parents and all that stuff, but then he was like the big troublemaker.
Yep. And that's 5 belts now.
Up to 5, man.
Yes, I think unless we get a swerve, that's what we're ending with tonight. Actually, no.
Hold on, no, we did get one. There's a new belt.
Wait, hang on.
There's your swerve for the evening.
Okay, so they're unifying the belts and they're introducing the new one.
Yep, so we got a new belt.
6 belts. So yeah, I'm glad they're actually unifying those 2 titles. Good for them.
The international championship, the continental championship, unified into a single title. That all in Texas. I heard a belt get a chance. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
All right, with that, I've got my Dragon Ball to watch. We can go watch the My Brother show. We know that the Hidden Temple is a work, and we got a new belt here.
The International and the Continental.
Yes. Did they give it a name?
They did. I forgot what it was.
Oh.
Hey, what's up,
Hey.
Michael? Good to see you. Welcome. Good to have you here. Whoop, whoop. Always a pleasure to have new people stopping in.
I say new here, Michael. How did you find us, man? We are glad you're here. Make sure you hit that sub, ring that bell so you get all the alerts. You know, Brandon here does pretty much every night some kind of live watch along, usually wrestling related, hits all the big events here through the week. We've got a ton of awesome content that comes at you in the mornings and the afternoons from our pros and the other talking heads, man. So make sure you check out all the content.
Although I just watched the music video for the very first time, even though I've seen the movie millions of times. I just watched the video for the first time for The Goonies Are All Right by Cyndi Lauper.
The Goonies Are All Right.
Have you ever seen that music video?
I have not. I got to add that to my list now. Shit to watch tonight.
It is like an 80s fever dream.
Absolutely. Before I get out of here, I would put over coming up at the right here at Cincinnati at Element Eatery, an awesome venue there. Eats and drinks, plenty going on. Coming up Saturday, June 28th. OVW is coming to Cincinnati for a free show at the Element Eatery. Bell time 7 p.m. Get there early because at 5 p.m., yours truly, the RBV Richard Bronson Vicker, I'm going to be hosting pro wrestling trivia and the kickoff show for OVW that night here in Cincinnati. So very, very cool, man. I'm very excited for that. Coming up here a couple weeks, Saturday, June 28th.
Well, hey, you are much more than welcome here, Mike Hale. We are welcoming of everybody, and we will do our best to accommodate and work with you. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, buddy. Appreciate you being here. And we got a lot outspoken, a lot of insiders. Speaking of OVW, our pros, many years training at OVW. So our pros, they've learned from the absolute best, especially Rip Rogers there. They know what they're doing. And all of our Joes, Brandon here, he has been trained. He's been down south of the border, wrestling in Mexico. We've got guys that are master controlmen, working for the biggest acronym in the world, ESPN. Myself, I'm a promoter, live events, do local media broadcasting for different sports, things like that.
There is not one trick in your playbook that you can pull to ruin that. I know all of your tricks, and all these people know all your tricks. You know all my tricks? Well,
oh, Brandon, they suckered you in on that one.
Okay, so Okada is now part of the Don Callis family?
Ooh, it suckered you in, buddy.
Yeah, I thought they're going to go the opposite way, and we're going to have Okada and Omega teaming up, but I like this better.
All right, there we go. On that, I'm gonna exit stage left here, buddy. I do not work Friday night. I don't believe I have anything going on, so I will swing by for a little SmackDown watch along, buddy.
Sounds good. I'll make sure to shoot you a link.
All right, bud. I'll see you guys. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday, so I don't have nothing on air. So I will see everybody right back here Friday night for SmackDown, and then we'll break it down, talk about it, and the headlines Saturday for the Smack Attack here live, Hami Media Group YouTube. Let's go, Brandon. Love you, brother. Arby, love you. We'll see you around the next go around. RBV out.
Take care, man. RBV, pal. Whoop whoop. Always a pleasure getting to hang and chill with him. So yeah, I did not see that coming. I thought they're gonna go do because they're going to the friendship route, but I guess not. I like this though. It's kind of a swerve. It swerved me. I didn't see Okada aligning himself with the Don Callis family. Oh, my apologies. I apologize. My bad.
AEW Summer Blockbuster continues here in Portland, Oregon.
I apologize, ma'am.
Kazuchika Okada just taking out Kenny Omega. Wait a second.
All right, and that is going to do it. We're going to end it there for Dynamite tonight. Whoop, whoop. Thank you guys so much for stopping in and hanging out and chilling with us. Yeet, yeet. Yeah, the rest of the week, see what we got going on. For tomorrow, we got the TNA Impact Watch Along. Friday Locker Room. SmackDown Watch Along, I talked about earlier. Then Saturday, we got the Smack Attack. And Saturday night, HMG After Dark. And for HMG After Dark, we're doing a little something a little special. We're going to go back to the 80s, going back to one of my favorite childhood movies, The Goonies, pal. And then Sunday, we got Da Wreckage. And then Sunday night, HMG After Dark. Going to be watching some Lucha Underground, pal. And, of course, Monday Locker Room, Raw Watch Along, Impact Attack. Well, thank you for being cool. But as far as tonight goes, the night's not over, pal. We're going to keep it going in about 15, 20 minutes over on twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop. Going to do some SNES gaming over there, pal. Hope to see you there. If not, have a great rest of your night. Hope to catch you on one of the other HMG shows. If not, if you don't catch you on one of them, hope you have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. Whoop, whoop. Take care, y'all. Much love. Yeet, yeet.